I've been waiting for you, Mr. Winter.
What are you, boy?
How do you know my name?
Anyone who is anyone has heard of the likes of you. A hero searching for his daughter. Though I must say, that castle arouses suspicion.
Yeah, and so do you.
I am but a humble merchant.
Here?
Oh, forgive my manners. Call me the Duke. Now to business. Weapons, ammunition, healing salves, anything you desire, I can
A lot
provide.
of weight since Resident Evil 4. 4 games later.
Shall I choose something? Oh, now here's something I haven't seen before.
Everything has a price. Alright, so I got a couple of crystals. Oh.
Bits and bobs? I see.
Yeah. Can sell my gun. Oh wow. I probably shouldn't though. The mine will probably be super fucking useful, so it's only 300 anyway. Oh, it's free. What the hell is this? Do I get like a free set?
Uh-huh.
Oh, is it because it's...
I hope this one makes itself useful.
Alright, well... something. Is that real? I feel like
I see. Anything else?
Get my stuff though. Lockpick. So this is just probably required stuff for right now, and then after that I'm buying shit too. I'm probably gonna wanna buy shit anyway, but...
Do you have enough firepower? I can now offer an expanded weapon modification service.
Pay me no mind.
I feel like the ammo capacity is going to be super useful, but... This is gonna be nice too.
Ah. Thank you for your patronage. Well then, feel free to peruse. Au revoir.
Does he give a save point?
Could Rose be here?
That's a nice fucking shotgun. Redneck delivery, 1 male, 3 females. Male, 3 females. Redneck. This would be Redfield. Mother Miranda meeting with Mistress Dimitrescu. First, the Duke business decisions.
Looking for Rose? Man blood. Man blood. Mother, I bring you fresh prey.
You are so kind to me, daughters.
Ain't no woman like the one I've got.
As you say that, I kid you not. I just got brought to the big vampire lady.
You
and
escaped
there's
my little
fucking the
brother's
3 daughters
idiot
there too. And you're like,
games,
dang
didn't
woman like the one I got.
Let's see how special.
I got this bitch now. She's fucking about to punch me
Yes,
in the
Mother.
dick.
Yes, Mother.
Literally, as you say that, I get dragged into this room and she's just standing there. She's fucking 9, 10 feet tall.
Did you, did it fix?
I don't know. I'm trying and I
Starting to
sprayed
go a
up.
little stale.
Then let's devour his man flesh quickly, Mother. I am the one who captured him.
Now,
Spray.
daughters.
It's
First, I
I
must
sprayed out
inform
my
Mother
computer
Miranda.
and I moved my graphics
But
card
later,
up to the
well,
other PCIe Express
There
so it
will
has
be
more
enough
air
for
space too.
everyone. Put him up.
And I put the liquid on my CPU again and it seems to be going fine so far.
Oh, be careful what you wish for, Ethan Winters.
Dude, she's so fucking tall, it's insane. But she's supposed to be like a nearly perfected
What are you doing?
tyrant.
Did I fucking jammed my toe today? And it fucking started bleeding under the nail.
Oh, they fucking put the spike through my dude's fucking already half bitten off hand. And now he's hanging from his half bitten off hand. With a
I gotta get out of here
hook
before they
through
come
it.
back.
I'd say stream your game, but we're not on Discord.
I am streaming. Check if it's working. It should be working. I don't know how to. It just says look. I don't...
What's your thing now?
see. Oh, it's both hands. Oh, it's both hands, not two. Oh no! Oh no! He just did what I thought he was gonna do. Oh no! No, dude, no! Ethan, your hands are gonna be fucking broken. No, one got
How do you
cut
spell
off.
neutral? Oh, neutral T90.
Oh yeah, 90. Should be in your friends list. Yeah, pour the fucking ointment on there, bro. There you go. Pour it on there, guy. Rub it in. Man, dude, this liquid ointment is helping out pretty. The fuck is that? Is that saying he's infected, or is that just how the health looks? Crimson glass. Oh, so it's wait in here, okay. It's just a glass. Grab a poker. Shit out of this to death. This definitely looks like an old Resident Evil crank of some sort. This needs to be used. Oh. Symbolox. And I'll use it here. There's one outside, but I never found a fucking pick. Just a screwdriver. What? This is legit. Try this door yet. Yeah, alright, that's what I thought. Alright. So there's like 4 people. There's like this weird mutated dude that looked like from some creature lady from Resident Evil 1. There's like the big vampire lady. There's the dude that has the giant mace that uses like magnetic powers of some sort. And there's like this little tiny like creepy girl thing. Is it working? Is my stream working?
Yeah.
My little Raccoon City dude hang on the end of my shotgun. You see it?
Yeah.
Where have they taken Rose?
So I need all those square things. Oh, look at this fat fuck, dude.
We meet again.
Duke? Why are you here?
Where there's coin to be made. And have you found your daughter?
No.
If she is truly here, the lady of the castle would have kept little Rose in her private chambers, would she not?
Dimitrescu?
The very same. Why don't you take a look? Maybe you'll get lucky. And speaking of looking, care to make a purchase?
I've got a lot of good things on sale, stranger. Let's see.
Oh, yes.
This fat fuck, dude.
This should be enough. Securing goods is more important than anything. Anything, my friend.
I want to get this. Other items and slots.
You gotta cook food.
Huh?
You gotta cook food.
What do you mean cook food?
You can cook food for this guy.
I cook food with the merchant?
Yeah.
So. I mean, maybe. Just supplies.
What are you buying? Just something an old friend of mine used to say.
Oh man. Did you hear what he said?
No.
He's gonna say it in a sec. He goes, what are you buying? Oh, just something my old friend used to say. The old Resident Evil 4 merchant. What are you buying? Got a lot of good things on sale, stranger. I can put a lot of power into this shotgun, huh? I'm gonna actually. I don't know if that's the greatest.
Ah, so you noticed that.
I'm gonna get that, even though I just spent the fuck ton.
I'm skilled at all sorts of weapons modifications, and will do them for a small fee. Thank you for your patronage!
that dude guy is not mutated in some way. Look at his fucking hand, dude. Just the fact that he's like super big, but he's like some weird ass like mutation shit going. All right.
Hey.
Hello? There's a hat. Umbrella and shit is that. Dude, what the fuck? Fucking sleeping. Some kind of creature, but it was the dude sleeping.
I haven't cut open a man in a while. Let me string you up, slice your jugular, and just watch. Taken alive, dead, which would you prefer? And how's it feel? You will look wonderful mounted in our hall. I can't hold back any longer.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
Just like that.
At the council today, I was most shocked to see the other staff were all women. Mistress and her daughters are very adamant they wouldn't bite. It was quite peculiar. Twist this area, the maid and Della made a mistake, and Miss Danielle slashed her face with a knife. And then Nina can hear wailing as it goes from the halls. Are you still there?
Looks like that'll swing with some force.
Looks like that will swing with some force. What are you talking about? And like run into it? Fuck this, dude. Are you shitting me right now? Oh, I don't want to be in here. Oh, no fucking way, man. Is that a shitter? That's a shitter. At least it doesn't say that this. Yeah, this is definitely the prison. Oh, man. Torture chamber. Oh no. Oh. Blood draining place. Oh god. Shit's awesome and gross all at the same time. Oh no. Is that an eyeball? Or was that just bone from a kneecap? No! Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, you gotta be kidding, dude. Son of a bitch, dude. Waste. Candidates. Irina. Ayla, Lois, Ingrid. Chicks, Dora, Greta, Nadine. Bianca Mullen, Melina, Astrid. Hobo.
Hey,
Hello?
how you? Talking to Trevor. Did you ever play RimWorld?
No, I'm playing Resident Evil 8 right now.
No, I'm asking you if you have
No,
ever.
I have never played that game.
Okay. Do you know what it is?
Sounds familiar. I think it's that space one, isn't it? Space alien one or some shit. Maybe I'm thinking Oddworld.
Well, I mean, it is space. It's not alien. It's unless you mod it. But essentially, the idea is you choose a world type. You choose like a GM or a DM. That kind of AI that kind of dictates what kind of events happen, and then you pick what colonists kind of land on the planet that you that was built. Then you choose like whether or not you want to go to like a temperate forest or like a desert or like a slightly less desert or a really cold forest or jungle. There's different biomes that you can choose from that basically increase or decrease the and as you play, like, you don't directly control your colonists, right?
Is it like co-op stuff or is it like single player?
No, this is single player. This one, but you basically have you don't directly control the colonists. You basically give them, you tell them what jobs they can and can't do. Like if someone's really good at if someone's really good at like planting stuff and like farming, you would put that to priority 1, and whenever you set a zone for farming, or whether you tell them to chop down some trees to get wood or harvest like berry bushes or healing, they would do that specifically. No one else would unless they're chosen to do it as well. Same thing with mining, constructing. They all have different skill levels, and the different skill levels allow them to do that at different things. So there's this game that is in early access, I believe. Yeah. Or no, it's out of early access. I guess it's out right now. It's called Cryofall. The idea of it... No, I'm not. The idea of Cryofall is extremely similar to RimWorld, but it's multiplayer, and you only control your person. I already watched a full gameplay of that.
Bitch, get out of my life!
That sounds cool.
Did you ever play RimFall, Sean? Or, not RimFall. RimWorld?
No, I haven't played it, but I've seen it.
It's definitely a very in-depth game for being very simple. A lot of people equate it to Dwarf Fortress. I never played Dwarf Fortress, but I've played a lot of Windworld. But anyway, so Cryofall is kind of an MMO style version of
Shotgun should hurt your face.
where you are controlling one person instead of a whole colony. So you can still build a colony with other. But the graphics remind me of a really updated RimWorld, and I think you can do like private servers and stuff too.
Wait, lady, sorry.
Because there is a large PvE aspect to the game. Yeah, Trevor, do you want me to tell you the ending of Resident Evil 8?
I don't want to know any of that, because I will totally look at that big red button.
The story is good for Resident Evil 8, but I don't think.
I'm stuck in this hole. Fuck.
But it's
Bitch, get out of my life! Get out of my life!
Trying to get.
Quit your
Are you trying to get away from mommy milkers?
No, I'm trying to get away from daughter dearest number 2.
And it's that
Oh.
much sweeter.
Oh.
And I run into so many fucking. Alright, so that I came out of there. There's a door up there I think I gotta go to, but I gotta figure out how to get there.
So you killed the first one already, right?
Oh, I didn't kill her yet. I shot her and she disappeared. I got away.
Oh, so you haven't killed any of the daughters yet?
No, I haven't killed them. I'm just running away.
Oh, okay.
Bitch, you're evil as fuck! Out of my life!
I gotta tell you, like I said, the game and the story for 8 is really good, but I really think it's too short. It's very short.
Oh no! Pull the trigger! Motherfucker! Motherfucker was like lagging a little bit or something. I think she was trying to go into an attack animation, but I shot at the same time. So as it did that, it like kind of like froze my game for like half a second, and I was like clicking the button like fuck.
Stupid men.
What?
She's like talking about stupid men. Woman, get out of my life!
Technically, they love men. They eat
I
them.
know, that's what I'm saying. Alright, I'm gonna put some ointment on my hand real quick, and I'm gonna fucking shoot you in the teeth. Wasting ammo here.
It's called goop juice, actually.
Is that what it's called? I just call it ointment because that's what I called it in 7. Alright, the problem is this maze is confusing me and I can't get the. How the fuck?
But yeah, if you guys ever decide you want to try Cryofall,
I can't fucking find the way out of here, dude. This is the only other way to go. And it's rather blocked off or some shit, dude. I can't fucking find it. There's no way to get over there. I don't understand. I don't want to look up how to do it because I'm just literally running around wasting ammo, trying to keep her back and find the way out, but there's no like. What the fuck, dude?
Annoying, aren't you?
Yes, she goes, annoyed, aren't you? Yeah, I am, dude. Fucking get me out of here. I cannot find this way out, dude. All the fucking things are blocked. There's no way out. Am I supposed to kill her? Am I supposed to just constantly use all my ammunition till she dies? Oh, fucking throw my pipe bomb at her? Is that what I'm gonna do? Fuck, dude, I use so much ammo on this bitch. I really don't want to restart because of this shit.
going, little one?
I tried to do that earlier and it like wouldn't let me hit F on.
Bullets cannot harm.
I just started unloading the whole fucking but that can't.
You stupid man thing!
Well, maybe this is the first one I killed. Oh, she's like
Feel
glass.
no pain. This can't be! How dare you bare your teeth at us! Give up! Move your hands! Not like this!
Alright, so I killed the first one. Thank the gods, the old name I knew.
I finally got to that cutscene where you basically
Shoot the window.
figure out. Yeah.
Yeah, because you read the thing and it says the window shit. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But it's like I wasted ammo trying to fucking run around. That really bothers me. Because I fucking walked up to it and it wouldn't hit, it wouldn't let me, you know, when you had to hit F or whatever it is to open the next thing. That's the thing I found with this. That's the only thing that bothers me with this game is that a lot of those F clicks, like even when you walk up to like those barrels to break the barrels, sometimes the F will like come up and you go to click it and all of a sudden it's gone. It like has that very specific angle you gotta be at to get it to work. And it's just, ugh, just annoying. Oh, here's some superiorly fucking nice looking wine bottle. Sanguis Virgins. Yeah, I know exactly what that means. Sounds fucking...
I saw Hood getting a mixed rating when it came, like immediately when I saw it.
That's a pretty fun game. It's just, it's like some things
Yeah,
that
but
annoying with
there's-
attacking. Like my mace goes right through the guy and doesn't kill him. Yeah.
There's like 6 PvPvE games that have come out already that are already better. Hunt Showdown being one of them. It just doesn't seem like, I don't know, it seems like a poorly made, what the fuck is that game that Ubisoft made?
I don't know.
I don't know, it's just, as soon as I saw it, it just didn't look right. Like the concept is cool, but it feels like a game that would have come out like 10 years ago.
Nice, I got my compensator, I think it was. For my pistol. Yeah, recoil compensator, custom modifier, increase firepower. Cool. It's easy to pick lock. I don't know where to get picks, so I have to just keep buying picks from that dude. I don't know. Alright, I ain't going back now. Okay, fuck you. Oh, that's a freaking lockpick. Cool. It's locked. Yeah, the merchant's like, what are you buying? One of my friends used to say back in the day. It's like, oh my god.
Welcome, welcome. You're sure to find something new.
Ooh, new. Bad now that I just continued through the game.
Shall I choose something for you?
Shall I choose something? Oh.
I like it more that the shopkeeper in 8 actually has like a presence in the storyline.
Yeah.
He's not just some guy that shows up for no fucking reason to flash you a bit and sell you a gun. Like 8 borrowed heavily from 4, but 4 still has a more it's a longer game. Like 4 is just a longer game. Like it has more content. You go through a lot more. And from what I've seen, it just 8.
Please do take a look at my new.
It feels like they cut it
store.
short specifically so they could sell DLC, and I don't like that at all.
I was thinking of that too. I was wondering how short it would normally be, but
because you get this sweeping great introduction, right? And you get a solid amount of time with the first lord or lady.
I've procured some new items
Dimitrescu.
for you, Mr. Winters.
And then
gunsmithy, dukes.
all the other ones are just like, oh, you go through their base and it takes like 5 minutes.
Again. Ah, yes.
Like it was fun to watch. Like I was perfectly fine watching it, and I X-Rag.
Buy it, I will.
He played through. It only him 3 episodes to
I've
get
gotten
through the whole
some
thing.
new stock.
I mean, there are other YouTubers that cut it down to like a half an hour each play. But he did three playthroughs of about 2 hours each. So the game was total like 6 hours long. For him, anyways. Resident Evil 4 was like 12, unless you speed ran it.
Resident 4 was a pretty decent long game. I remember that.
So I'm almost positive you had double the content and experience in Resident Evil 4 that you had in 8. Which is funny, because 8 is double 4, but half of 4.
Yeah. It seems like that's what they do with certain things now, because like, just, I don't know. Alright, let's see.
Well, again, I can almost guarantee you that they've done this because they want to sell more of the story through DLC.
Yeah, probably did a couple story things. DLC
Because how they
but it wasn't
how
like
they
huge.
ended it, they're definitely continuing with the story. Like how it ended, it's gonna keep going. But
Oh, good. Alright, let's.
I just feel like they could have continued it in this game, like in 8.
Yeah, it made 8
Without-
like a normal, long, good Resident Evil game, like they all kind of had. You know.
Because what happened at the end?
Alright, let's see.
So, like the last boss and everything that happened at the end was great. And watching it was a great experience. It was like watching a movie. But then they just ended it with like, we're gonna go here now and make them pay.
Securing
And they're
goods
like,
is
oh,
more
there's the end of the
important
game.
than anything. And
So it's like,
my friend.
Oh, really? Huh. Alright.
it just wasn't. It wasn't as. I just hate how. I don't like how games are done now. I don't like that you're literally getting half of a game or like a third of the game because an expansion pack or a DLC for another like $40-50.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's just a poor practice. You release the full game. Like that's it.
Leave this.
And if you have, like, The Witcher 3 is the perfect thing every time, where you have a full game, and then each expansion pack is a solid addition to the main game, where it either adds to the main game, or it's its own thing that works as its own, and it has a solid amount of gameplay in it. But as it stands now, most games are, here's part of the story, now buy the next part of the story. Now
Right.
buy the next story. Like that's not how games should be.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
And this is specifically inherent in AAA studios. Like this is Capcom, Ubisoft does it, EA does it, Blizzard does it. Blizzard got shit on by Bellular like 2 days ago. It's hilarious.
I heard about that. Apparently, Asmongold started doing it recently. He did something too, I guess.
Oh no, Asmongold always shits on Blizzard. He stopped playing WoW a while ago. But Bellular has been supportive of Blizzard for a long time. But after the apparently there was an interview with Ian, and he said some shit, and Bellular was just like, I'm fucking done. I'm done. Like,
I heard they want to like make you pay for something for Classic or some shit. I don't fucking know.
oh no, well, so Burning Crusade is basically a paid, like a how do they put it? Basically, you can just pay
Good
and
day
get
then.
everything, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's the experience of Burning Crusade is monetized essentially. And all the people are pissed because they were told that WoW Classic and the subsequent releases for these expansions would be no different than their original. And then they went and were like, we're just going to completely monetize Burning Crusade. Which is not how Burning Crusade was when it came out. Like, a bunch of people didn't have to pay into Burning Crusade to experience parts of it. And that's what they're doing with it.
Are you serious? Wait, didn't they say they were adding more content to Burning Crusade than they had last time? So that's like kind of why they're something fucking off. That's what I thought. I heard there was more content than it was originally.
But at the same time, that's not what people wanted. Right. And that's not what they were told. So now, yeah, they're adding more content, but they're also still charging people for it.
Right. It's like, oh, if you want to do this more content that you could have seen fucking, 12, 13 years ago, well, here's this instead.
Yeah, so people are pissed. And then there were the interview with Ian. He was talking about, oh, well, we'll balance things as we go and all this other shit, and talking about how something was unbalanced that didn't seem unbalanced, but they fixed it with something that the community didn't want. The community didn't see that thing as being unbalanced place, but Blizzard was like, yeah, it's unbalanced. Here's the fix. And everyone was like, this is garbage. You basically took what wasn't broken and then broke it to fix it. And dude, he was going off. Like he's obviously from the UK and he has like an accent. He's Irish.
Barely, yeah.
But his it's not like thick. Like, he's completely understandable.
Right.
And it's kind of like a thin. When he was going off, his accent got thicker and thicker and thicker.
I want to send me the thingy of him going on. This is talking about it after the interview, right?
Yeah, I was watching Asmongold's reaction to it, and I don't remember.
Oh yeah, send me that shit.
I've already.
I think I saw it, and I was gonna look at it, and then I just didn't get
Oh, it was it, and the thing is so the problem I have with it, is I felt this before this expansion. Like, I didn't play this expansion very much. I played, for like a couple weeks, and I was already burnt out with the content. I didn't feel like this expansion was good in any way, shape, or form. And everything they were saying, I was feeling like in Battle for Azeroth. And I was really hoping that Shadowlands was going to bring something back. And it didn't do shit. And in fact, only got worse. Like, I have no want to play WoW ever again. Like, there's literally nothing that can convince me. Like, if someone came up to me with a gun and was like, you play WoW or you die, I'd be like, bitch, pull the trigger.
Dies.
Pull the motherfucking trigger, I'm done. Like, one of two things, because Asmongold was kind of like commenting as he was watching.
Yeah, he does that.
And he was saying, like, I've talked to developers within Blizzard and they don't agree with anything that's going on, but they have to do it if they want to keep their job.
Right. It's their job obviously isn't what his job is, and it's shitty because
and people have quit because of that.
They just can't. They're not at that level to be like, yeah, we should do this. They don't give a shit. That's why it's not their job. Yeah.
Developers have quit Blizzard because of what's been happening, and how they're being basically told to do things that don't make sense, and aren't up to the standards of what Blizzard and what these things used to be. And like I said, I don't really like Blizzard as a company. I think they've basically drowned themselves in their own shit, and they've ruined everything. Like, I will not buy.
Like such a, WoW was always such like a fucking favorite to.
That's the thing. It's iconic, and it was great when I played it as a teenager. But I'm a grown-ass adult now, and I see their shitty practices, and I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not buying into Diablo 4. I'm not buying into Diablo 2 Resurrected. I'm waiting, seeing what they're doing. I'm seeing how it's going to change, because they lie. Like, just like they said that classic WoW would not be changed. It would be exactly the same as it was. They're just re-releasing it so people can experience classic versions of the game.
That's what they originally said. Yeah, and that's what I thought too. Yeah.
Now they're monetizing Burning Crusade. Straight up
Stupid.
lie.
It should have been a normal release as it used to be. Like, that's what it should have been.
Yep.
Here you go,
And they
fans,
said the
bring
same
it
thing
back.
for Diablo 2 Resurrected. They said we're not changing. We're only making small improvements, quality of life improvements, not changing the game. But right now, and I'm going to see if they've changed the game. I'm going to watch some people play it, and I'm going to see whether or not they see any changes in the game, or whether or not they're monetizing shit that was never monetized before. I'm gonna see that shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, if there's a minute change that I don't agree with, I ain't fucking putting it.
I know they have that other company doing it too.
I mean, tons of companies are doing it, but you know,
Vicarious
you do what you can to
doing it.
avoid that shit. Oh, Vicarious Visions?
Yeah, something like that. I think they just made that Crash Bandicoot. Did they Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah, they did,
a bunch
but
of other
they were,
remakes.
but they did that on their own.
Right. Yeah.
Blizzard only recently bought them, and then put them on Diablo 2 Resurrected. So we'll see, like I said. But
I know
when
they
you
said
have
the games like under the old games, like underneath the new one or something, you can like switch from old to new graphics like right off the bat.
yeah, but they still are changing how some of the UI works and stuff.
Oh yeah. Just
Which again is
updating that
fine
stuff.
as long as it's quality of life improvements. As soon as, like I said, I'm going to wait like a month, and I'm going to see what they've done, because a month is long enough where people will have gotten through the content, because it doesn't take long to get through, especially if you've played Diablo 2 before.
Right,
You can get to the last act in a week. So I'll wait a month. I'll see what people see and what they feel, and if it's a carbon copy of Diablo 2, but with minor quality of life improvements that actually make the game better, sure, I'll buy into it. But otherwise, no. Like, I'm just with so many issues and so many of the devs saying that they can't do anything because they're controlled by higher ups. That's going to be no different than these people, the Vicarious Visions, being bought out by Blizzard and then being told to do Diablo 2 Resurrected, and then there's no reason why a high-end studio exec wouldn't be hounding them.
Oh well,
like-
yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. Which is fucking annoying. I fucking hate those people, dude. I really
Like, you're seeing people get wise to this shit, and more people are just not okay with it.
It's too bad the
And-
developers want to make a good fucking game, and they're not allowed to just put their passion into it. They got to be pushed down, and
They
fucking
do-
their ideas get pushed around and don't get their good maybe.
So, here's the thing about that, is if they truly want to make their own game, then they need to break away, and they need to make it.
Well, I know. I mean,
You're not gonna-
I mean, WoW as its title. You know, people have loved that game since the 90s.
Yeah, absolutely. And they can break away and they can make other titles. Like, there are so many indie games built by like a small team
Well,
to
I know.
even
No,
a single
I know they
person.
can do that, but it's the point they want to keep this game being good as it should have been, being as epic and fun as WoW.
But that's just it. They'll never do that.
I know. I'm
At
just
this
saying-
point,
I'm
it's-
just saying
it's
that's
time
what they
to-
want, but they're not allowed to.
It's time to shoot. It's time to shoot the busted horse. At a certain point, you just gotta give it up, because it's never gonna be the way they want it to be anymore. And people are always like, "Oh, well, it's not a WoW killer because this, and this," and it's like, not a WoW killer because people don't want to put years into another MMO. Like, MMOs as a genre are dying. Like, they're just not good anymore. That's why more people are enjoying all of the PvPvE games and the open world survival games, because there's a purpose and have things to do that isn't just get a quest, do quest, hand it in. Get a quest, do quest, hand it in. You're actively trying to survive as well as do all these quests and stuff. So it has a dynamic to it that MMOs just don't have. Like, I forgot what it is, but there's a survival game coming out that's online. It's basically kind of like Ark and other PvP style sort of survival games. See if I can find it. But that's just it. Like, you need to innovate and you need to create new things. You can't just keep making the same thing over and over and over again, which is what WoW is. Every expansion pack is just a continuation of the story, but nothing changes.
Right. Exactly.
It's still the same gameplay.
Yeah, that's kind of why I prefer certain gameplays. Like even ESO, I like that gameplay a little bit more. It feels more, you know, just fluid. You can create your own builds in a way of your classes. You pick a class, and you can pick like different. I thought that was always a really cool concept. ESO's,
but that's why everyone liked Legion, because Legion added so many new gameplay features that changed the way you played.
Yeah.
So people actually enjoyed that, and they were hoping that Battle for Azeroth would do the same thing. And it didn't. And then they were hoping that Shadowlands would do it. And it didn't.
Yeah. I had a lot of hopes for Shadowlands. Shadowlands is like such a long time waited fucking game, dude. Like that should have been like...
I think a couple things were already wrong with Shadowlands from the get-go. In that the jailer as the big bad, no one knew who he was until the game released. So he wasn't like an established enemy like all the other ones were. Like even from the beginning, like the old gods and like the old gods that you fought throughout all the expansions, they were established in WoW itself. They were never brought in Warcraft 1, 2, or 3. You never knew about them until World of Warcraft. Like all the old gods.
Oh yeah.
Like the old gods that the Titans fought and imprisoned.
Right.
You didn't know anything about them until WoW came out, but you got these little snippets of lore as each expansion came out. You would fought one in classic WoW at Ahn'Qiraj.
Yep, I remember that.
And
cool, yeah.
started to learn more and more about them, and you started to learn that a lot of the things that have been happening, a lot of the bad things that have been going on, are because of them.
Right.
And Wrath of the Lich King was like the biggest one. Like after Wrath of the Lich King, the old gods, their appearance in the game and their influence over the game was shit. Like Wrath of the Lich King was the peak of old gods just being fucking badass with the dude that had all the teeth in the eyes.
Yeah, I remember the Bold God, yeah. I
And
forget his name, but
and
yeah,
then
they sometimes say wasn't he the one that cursed the Titan forged with the flesh?
I think so. And that's the thing. Like they worked up to him being the big bad of that expansion, and it was a great thing. And then they did one other one. I don't even remember because it was so insignificant. But then they brought out Cthulhu, who's like the biggest bad of them all.
You mean Cthulhu? I think was the first one you killed, wasn't it?
Who's the Cthulhu looking motherfucker?
And then the Cthulhu dude was
Cthulhu was in Battle for Azeroth.
Yeah. I don't know why I can't think of his name, but I know. Cthulhu, I think, was the very first one in Encourage. The second one was the big teeth guy.
The one in Encourage was Cthulhu, I think. Ctun.
Yeah, see, it had like a... Yeah, it had like a fucking apostrophe, whatever. Cthulhu.
Looking them up just to see what they were.
Yep, he was the first one you fight in Classic.
Okay.
I believe.
Yogg-Saron
was... He had the huge eye.
Yeah, Yogg-Saron was the one in Wrath of the Lich King. That was Yogg-Saron. And then N'Zoth was the one in Battle for Azeroth.
Right.
And N'Zoth was supposed to be like the big bad. He was the one that caused. He was like basically the one that turned the elves into Naga and had the Black Empire, and he was like the Pantheon. And
because Yashar, he was the Defiler. So he was like the dude that got ripped out of the fucking planet because he was so OP.
Yeah, he wasn't actually in the game. So you defeat two of the old gods. Cthulhu, Ahn'Qiraj and Cthulhu, he had like he was kind of like a surprise at the end.
Yeah,
because even though he was there and he was like the big boss at the end, you didn't really know it was him, and it was kind of like this secret. And then Cthulhu was there. Yogg-Saron, he was influenced all throughout Wrath of the Lich King, and he was built up towards the last few patches, and then he was the big raid at the end, and he was difficult, and he was menacing. And then they did N'Zoth, and right at the beginning, they were like, N'Zoth is the bad guy. Everyone knew N'Zoth was the bad guy in Battle for Azeroth. Everyone knew. All signs pointed to him being the big bad at the end of Battle for Azeroth. Everyone had to team up and fight N'Zoth because he was going to destroy everything. And they did the patch with N'Zoth, and it wasn't even the last patch. And it was like a soft patch. It wasn't even like a big release or anything. They're like, okay, here's N'Zoth.
He had a huge build up of how he was going to fucking wreck everything. And
the build-up was more exciting than his release, and then he was a simple boss. Like, he was a simple raid.
Right.
He wasn't anything big. He wasn't, like, he was shit. And that's basically the way this game is going now. They're building up these enemies, and right now, like, the Jailer. We knew nothing about him at all. We like the old gods were kind of teased and given hints at since Classic WoW started. Yeah. We were always getting these little snippets of the old. We got nothing about the Jailer. We have no information about the Jailer, and he's supposed to be the big bad of Shadowlands. He's supposed to be the bad guy of Shadowlands. Right. We have gotten no information about him on Shadowlands came out, and then like, oh, I'm super powerful. I know you've defeated all of these other things that are like godlike beings, but I'm more powerful than all of them. How?
Right.
Like how? Like you're gonna walk us through how you're more powerful than everything else we faced? You seem like literally the bitch ass most motherfucking weak bitch I've ever seen in my life compared to a giant old god, and yet all of a sudden you're able to tear down all of the heroes that fought a motherfucking dragon titan earth keeper.
Yeah, what's his face? Didn't he get corrupted by the old gods?
He was corrupted by the void, wasn't he?
Well, the old gods are from the void, so yeah, basically.
Right, they're like agents of the void, but I think he was corrupted like by the void, right. not the old gods.
And then the Lich King was part of the Shadowland. He was started by the death guy that we're fighting now. And he was basically like another one to oppose
The
old
Lich
gods,
King? No, the
really.
Lich King was started by the Legion. The Legion was created by Sargeras to fight the Void.
Right.
But
and the sword was from Shadowlands, though. That was, from what I remember.
The sword?
Yeah, Frostmourne was from Shadowlands. They said it's been there for thousands. It was like thousands of years old.
Oh, I have no idea. All I know is that the sword and the armor are Ner'zhul, like the orc shaman.
They were saying that's, well, in the story. Oh yeah, I don't know if you just didn't see it, but in the story, the helmet apparently was made or used trying to control people was the death guy that we're talking about, the big dude, whatever his name is, the mob prison guy. I can never remember his fucking name. He was actually the one controlling people in that helmet with Arthas and shit, and then that's why he gave Sylvanas the power and had to jump through all those deals she made with like Hela, and then you do a mission where you actually go and find Bwan Samdi, who's obviously the Loa of Death, is being held by I forget his name, but his original Loa of Death that gave Bwan Samdi his powers. He's now he's just a piece of shit, and he's working with this guy, and he actually gave visions to. He's the one that gave the visions to what's his name, the Vol'jin, before he died. Remember, he was dying after the battle of the Legion. He's the one that gave him the visions.
Yeah,
to
but
say
this
that
is all.
Sylvanas should be the war chief. Which then, when she became war chief, she had this drop down power with Hela and this guy to give her magic power to actually defeat the Lich King and break the helmet, because he couldn't control what's his face, because he was too much of basically like a righteous paladin.
But this was all during, this story fill-in was all during Shadowlands.
What about the helmet and stuff and and originally.
Yeah, everything you're telling me is what you got all of the story in Shadowlands.
You see stuff happening, but we never really knew what the fuck was going on, and then this kind of comes out as you go through the quest, like what happened with the helmet and stuff like that.
But that inherently is the problem that I'm running into, is that there's every boss that we faced until Shadowlands was built up over time, either from the previous games or through World of Warcraft itself.
Right.
Like fighting.
Let's try to find the guy's name. He was like the old.
Like Naxxramas and just the Scourge in general. That was coming through from Warcraft 3, and then. When Burning Crusade came out, going through the Dark Portal, that's directly from Warcraft 2, and experiencing all of that was a continuation of Warcraft. Not to mention Warcraft 3, a continuation of that because of Illidan. That. Then in Wrath of the Lich King, you finally fight Arthas, the Lich King, and then after that, leading up to. The reveal of the old god Yogg-Saron, you're throughout the storyline, you're still always given these little tidbits about the old gods and how they're still around somewhere and pulling strings.
Right.
But you're told through the story, and then
that's the guy I was talking about, Murzala. He's the original Loa of Death that's been working with that guy and was giving lies and shit to people. But then you go in and you you defeat other people and help Bwan Samdi defeat them. Because I don't know if you did that one, you got the max level and then stopped playing, right?
I don't even know if I got the max level. I just immediately was bored of the game at a certain point, and I was just like, yeah, I'm bored.
Yeah.
And then I had the game installed for a while, but then I just let the subscription run out, and then I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm redoing the subscription. But
yeah.
When I reformatted the computer and bought this one, I haven't installed a single Blizzard game. I don't want to play any of them. None of them are fun to me anymore.
Yeah. I was just saying, it sucks because I basically play it now. The gameplay, is repetitive. you know, some stuff's cool, but it's mostly just repetitive. But that's why the only thing I like about WoW is just like seeing story. That's kind of why I've always stuck around. I like it, but I've always stuck around for the story. Like since the beginning, I've always wanted to see what's coming next. You know, that's kind of like.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing Warcraft since Warcraft 1.
Right, me too. Yeah. Yep.
I know.
I don't remember it as strong because I didn't play it past when I was young. You know. But
they've changed. They've retconned the lore a few times, which is fine. Whatever. People do that all the time. Look at fucking Warhammer 40k. That shit's been retconned like 5,000 times. Shit just happens.
Yeah.
But the only thing that was good and the only thing that was consistent was you had some minute idea of what you were going in, of what the big bad was going to be, of what the odds or what the risks were. And Shadowlands did nothing until Shadowlands came out. There was no build up to it. There was nothing pointing to anything being big bad or anything. Like, they really should have gone more into Sylvanas' story, the Jailer, before Shadowlands. They should have hinted at another god that controls death or whatever. They should have done more due diligence for the player base to be able to flow into this story. And who's the orc that Thrall kills? That was the war chief.
I know you're talking about. It's Grom's son. Hellscream.
Yeah.
Grommash. Hellscream. Or
Garrosh. He was eventually the big bad in Mists of Pandaria. And he was built up to be that way because he was such a piece of shit.
Right.
For like 2 expansions, and people were like, dude, you need to chill the fuck out. And then he finally goes ballistic in fucking Mists of Pandaria because of the Loa, or the bad shit in the Mists of Pandaria.
Yeah.
And then after that, he knew he was fucked. He knew he had to get out. And so they did the whole time travel bullshit, which was really just bad. But whatever. You know, he figured it out, and he used something from the Mists of Pandaria. It was the heart of something to create that separate timeline, and try and build his own army from the orcs before they were poisoned by the demon blood. And, you know, as much as people hate on Warlords of Draenor, it was a cool experience. You got to experience...
I thought Warlords of Draenor was really
cool.
cool.
It was destroyed. You got to experience all of the war chiefs. Like, when I got Warcraft 2 for the first time, I read through, like, the instruction booklet, and it tells you all of the human, like, cities and all of the factions on the human side, and then all the clans of the orcs, the bleeding eye or whatever, and like it went through all the clans, and I was like, man, that's really cool that there are all these different clans. And then Warlords of Draenor came out, and you saw those clans, and you saw those war chiefs that you only like got glimpses of in Warcraft 2, and it was so fucking cool to experience that, though it was changed by the timeline changing. But man, was it cool to experience all that in what essentially is something that you never saw, only heard about from the orcs. And it was just, I thought it was great. I thought it was a cool experience. And again, they added some really cool mechanics in that expansion that didn't exist in any other. Specifically the building of your base. It was cool.
Yeah.
But I feel like people's perception of World of Warcraft started to die there. Like Mists of Pandaria, no one was really on board with it. Some people liked the environment, but they weren't really on board with it as a functional like expansion. It didn't make sense. It was basically like, you ever watch a show and they have this one episode, a filler episode, right? It has nothing to do with the story of the show. It just is a filler episode that just fucks around and fun.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with it. That's Mists of Pandaria. Mists of Pandaria is a filler expansion. It had nothing to do with the main game. It helped to establish Warlords, but it did nothing for the game as a whole, other than add Pandarans, really. Right. Like, how many people like play a Pandaran and are like, yeah, Mists of Pandaria? No, they play a Pandaran because it's a fucking panda, and it's the only neutral race in the game.
Yeah.
So you see that race on both sides, which is one of the coolest things. And that was a phenomenal idea. And then they never did it again. And it's like, you had the capability to release 3 races per expansion. An alliance race, a horde race, and a neutral race. You had that capability, and you just didn't do it.
Right.
Which is such a fucking bummer. And then they did a bunch of races for Battle for Azeroth. Each side got like 3 or 4 different races, and you could unlock them, but they were basically just reskins of base races. Like the Void Elves are just blood elves with different colors. The Volpurans were just goblins with fur.
Right.
The mecha gnomes are just gnomes with mechanical arms. Like, nothing. They didn't do anything different. They didn't change up anything, or they didn't add anything really like the Draenei or the Blood Elves when they first came in. They didn't. Even in Battle for Azeroth, you had the new trolls, but they were very different from before their jungle troll, forest trolls. I don't remember what.
From what?
Dark Spears. The Dark Spears.
Yeah.
They were, even though they were trolls, they were completely different trolls, and they were cool. And then I think you had some other races as well. I know you had the orcs, the Drakthar, whatever orcs, the brown orcs.
Maghar? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drakthar is the guy. He's the leader of one of them, I think.
My knowledge of the lore is fading with my ability to give a shit about this game. And then you had the Kultirans, which again, cool race. It was basically humans.
Been awaiting for them because they were like that.
Well, basically, they were humans with the different body types that people actually wanted to play as. They didn't want to play as fucking Chad humans. They wanted to play as fat humans, skinny humans.
Right, they didn't even add the skinny human, like the skinny ones.
Which is, it's still, that's bullshit. Like,
yeah, they're all
just
over the
add
place.
body types.
Like SWTOR has the body types.
They do, but they could have done a lot better. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I mean, you can get the really skinny one, the average one.
Everything seemed no body type seemed as good as like the big buff body type when you're trying to make an evil. It's just so good to be like a fucking Sith Marauder, and you're just like this jacked motherfucker with all black armor and a cape.
Like, fat-looking ones.
And then the fat ones, which I only ever thought of making a fat character. Yeah, no, I only ever making a fat character if I was making like a joke character, like the Twi'lek, the fat Twi'lek that I named Bronx.
Yeah.
Like
Sure
I never.
Remember that.
Yeah, I never made a fat character as like a serious character. Like I made every fucking Sith just a jacked beefy dude because it just made sense that they'd be like this imposing like large person.
Right.
And it was phenomenal every time. Like I've done the Sith warrior playthrough 4 different times. And every time I'm like, yeah, this is exactly how I want to play a Sith.
Right.
and then I play the Jedi side. Like you can't play a Sith good. Like that's the only problem I have is you can't play a Sith good. You can, technically you can, but the voice lines and the voice that they chose as the voice actor, they don't do it right. Just like the voice actor they chose for the Jedi. When you choose an evil option for the guy who voices the Jedi, it literally just sounds like
You're just being a sassy douche.
it's just a douchebag. But when you choose the evil option as a Sith, you just sound like a motherfucking badass. Like you're just ready to ruin this person's entire existence.
Yeah, dude.
Like, oh, please don't kill me. Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to torture you until I'm satisfied that I don't want to hear you scream anymore. Is that all right?
Yeah, apparently Agents is pretty good too.
Agents have a good storyline, but I think
to pass like little.
I didn't like their playstyle. The same thing with Smuggler. I don't really like their playstyle, so I could never really get into it. I liked the playstyle for the Trooper, and I did the Trooper. And the Trooper was one of the only Republic classes that could go evil, and it worked. I loved my evil. He was so much fun because he's just like
He's just
there's like a
getting
civilian
his job done. He used to be like
there's like a civilian running around like, oh my god, we need help. You just fucking rifle butt the person in the nose. Just like, shut the fuck.
Stop talking.
Like one of my favorite things when I was playing the Sith playthrough, you go into this mine and it has like a container, like a storage container, just hanging from. And these workers, they're just workers. They're just there to do their job. And they're like, oh god, it's a Sith. And if you do the evil option, you just crush the crane and it just drops the fucking container on them.
Oh my god.
No lead up to it. You're just like, oh, okay. Get the fuck out of my... And it's just, you just crush like 6 guys. And you're just like, yeah, no, I just don't want to talk right now. Like, just nonchalantly murder 6 completely innocent people because they said, oh no, it's a Sith. Oh, okay. Oh, it was so good. And I honestly, I like the Sorcerer playthrough as well. I played one of those to max level, but I think the Warrior just really is that's my play style. Either just 2 lightsabers tearing shit up, or 1 lightsaber tanking shit, backhanding people. It's just fun as fuck. But I did play a Sorcerer, and I think I played just a straight lightning build for the Sorcerer, and that was fun. But I think on the Republic side, the Shadow it feels better. Like I don't like the caster version of the Sage. Because you're just throwing rocks at people.
Hey, rock throwing is pretty cool. That's true.
Like, it just doesn't have the weight of like blasting someone with a lightning bolt. Like, oh, it's the pebbles. Yeah, lightning, bitch. Like, what? Straight plasma. I got pebbles. And if I don't like you enough, I hit you with a rock.
Yeah, sometimes it's like parts of ships too, so it's kind of funny. Like,
yeah, and again,
it just
looked really cool, and initially I was like, oh, this is cool, and then I played the Sorcerer, and I'm like, I have lightning. Like, why wouldn't I take lightning?
I think she just found her daughter's shattered body.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, she gets pissed. What have you done to my daughter?
Yeah. It's like, well, she wanted to fuck with me, and that's what happened.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah. Well, I hope Lady Discretion didn't notice that I just tried to accidentally shake the handle of that door she's probably on the other side of.
Oh, you haven't gotten to that part yet. I was trying to remember what part of the storyline a certain part was in.
Is this like the blood fucking place, dude? It's like the blood pool.
Oh man. Yeah. Like I said, Dimitrescu and that whole thing is the best part of the game. After that, there's some good parts, but Dimitrescu and the ending are the two best parts of that game.
Yeah.
Just because of the interactions you have with Dimitrescu, it's fucking awesome. Mommy Milkers really does her job.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, cool. That's what people say. No one ever says, please step on me, mommy.
Oh yeah, that too. I know, I've heard of that too.
Sweet Jesus. Like, it's literally the only thing people, like, talk about is, man, I just want fucking death by snoo snoo.
Yeah, it's funny, dude. I saw Markiplier's like freak out when the game was first like announced and nobody said anything about her. He was like, "Oh, you gotta see this game." And he's like, "I'm all disappointed. None of you said anything about her."
Well, no,
I would have done this faster.
So he basically he made a video initially, and he's like, "Have you seen this woman? She's like 9 feet tall. She's the personification of just fucking power and sex." And then later on, and then like a day later, he makes another video and he's like, "I don't think you people understand. It has nothing to do. There's no sexual connotation to what I said. It has everything to do with the power that she presents. She presents unadulterated power." And then he says at the end, he's like, "Yeah, and she's also fucking insanely sexy."
I think I remember that part. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like, what do they honestly expect? When you make someone of that size with such personified parts of her body, what did you expect?
Yeah, right.
People were just like, and the thing is, and the very important thing about her is that even though she's in the game, she's a very important character in the game, she's not that important. Like, she's not.
Yeah, she seemed like she's not like the main thing. She just like owns the house. And...
She's part of a set, and you do spend a great amount of time with her. But the amount of time you spend with her is the amount of time you should have spent with all of them. And it is very uneven between her, the other three. I did not like that. I really wanted to see the other three, and I really wanted to see I wanted to see that same interaction. I wanted to see that same, like, over time, like, doing things and experiencing them. Just don't get that. And it's very unfortunate. It really is unfortunate, because they are very interesting, other than the fish guy. He can be left alone.
I haven't seen the fish guy, unless he's that creepy, like, hunchback dude.
Yeah, the hunchback dude. He's okay, but he's not, like, as great as, like, the puppet one, or the metal.
Is that the little lady, the little creepy one, the little creepy girl?
Yeah, the little, cause she's a puppet of, cause there's someone sitting on the bench next to Dimitrescu.
Oh yeah.
And that's the puppet.
That, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that's the puppet master, and then there's the little puppet that's in, like, the wedding dress.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how this fucking works. Turning the statues. I'm trying to, like. Just like shows like what the fuck's going on. My baby claw, my baby claw. Oh, Jesus. I thought that was Democratic Trust for a second. I was like, oh my god. I don't really know. Does it just like click in when you get them all right? I don't know. Maybe I'll go around and see what the fuck's going on. Hello, baby.
But yeah, I enjoyed the story. I won't buy the game because it's a waste of money. The entire game can be experienced by watching it because the game to me it's just a story. Like the gameplay is no different than any other first-person shooter. It really isn't. The graphics, again, can be experienced through watching it. And not only do you get the story, you get the gameplay, you also get the commentary of the person playing it if you're a person. And I enjoy watching Jack Frags, and he doesn't do, like, an overbearing amount of commentary, Jacksepticeye or Markiplier. So you get to experience the game, you get to experience the story, and you get to experience a small amount of commentary that Jack Frags throws in, but it's nothing like, he's not like talking over cutscenes. So like I said, it's the same thing I did with 7. I watched someone play 7 because it's a story, and I enjoyed the story. And in every way, I enjoyed the game story more than any of the Resident Evil movies. And I would honestly, I would pay same money I would pay to see a movie to watch the entire playthrough of Resident Evil 7 and 8 in a movie theater. 100%. I would sit in a movie theater for like the 6 hours it took to play this game to watch someone play it from beginning to end, as long as they were good and they didn't ruin like the cutscenes or anything.
Right.
Because it is a good story, but it's not one that I want to pay $60 for. Like, and that's just it. Like, I'm happy with the experience I got from the game by watching someone play. It is definitely not like, it's not like Hunt Showdown or Resident Evil 5 or Warhammer Vermintide. Like, you need to play those games to experience the gameplay.
Right.
They're not built around, they have a story to them, but they're not built around, the game isn't built and set around just that. It's built around the gameplay with story elements, not built around the story with some gameplay elements. And like I said, 8 borrows heavily from 4. It's very action-oriented, probably one of the most action-oriented of all of them so far. And it had just a lot of the features that Resident Evil 4 had, which isn't a bad thing.
Figured it out. Oh shit. I figured out the blood pool.
Boy, why are you making so much noise? Well, you don't need to stomp around. It's 9:39. There are people downstairs that don't want to hear you stomping.
What the hell?
That's some good knuckle cracking.
Do you wanna play some Resident Evil 5?
Because my previous attempts received very negative things. I'm trying to build one that works.
Jumped up and fucking out of the water, and I just fucking shot her in the teeth with a fucking shotgun. The fuck, they crawl through the fucking... Chubby merchant gonna be in here, dudes? Let's see. Probably not. There's a door back here that I can't go through. It's just a wall from the other side. My god, the sexiest lady right now, dude.
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony. I won't let you down. To hell with the ceremony! That man will pay for what he's done.
Dude, she just threw that fucking thing like it was nothing. She's obviously a tyrant of some sorts. Wow. slapped him on the face. Ribbons of motherhood stuff. Yeah, let me know if you do want to play some a little bit of
Rose,
5.
where are you?
Totally listen to stuff. No fucking picture's not gonna get me through this door.
That fucking picture.
I know, it's like always fucking there, dude. Like, I get
Yeah.
it means it's like, fucking, it's always, I want to go use it, it's just like, the picture will get me through this door.
Yeah. Yeah, that picture's a bitch.
It's annoying as fuck. And that's definitely not Mia. I mean, she gets fucking shot, dude, and she just stands there looking around like she still has some kind of fucking Resident Evil disease-ridden shit, dude.
Oh,
She ain't
man.
dead. She's got some of that fucking virus still roaming around. You kidding me?
I want to just like tell you things, then I can't.
Resident Evil's the best. I love these fucking games. Alright, I gotta fucking figure out how to get out. Do I just go back out the same way? Oh, I gotta keep looking for a chamber? Well, I can't because... Wait, apparently this still... Oh my god, the tallest dress around, dude. I think I'm about to poop.
Oof.
What the fuck? Oh, does this open? I need to keep looking around in this fucking room, but I don't... And Rose is obviously fucking disease-ridden. Just fucking get rid of her. Kick her to the curb. Go make another.
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, dude. I mean, all this shit's fucking Umbrella, but you know. All right, let's open this door now, photo, please. Thanks. Can't use that here. All right, well, I apparently have to find something. I'm gonna cut off her dress. Stab her in her fake boobs. I mean, it keeps saying I have to search for shit here. I think it's in the ceiling, isn't it? Is it like one of those fucking... Oh! Fuck. Wow. Ah!
There you are. All this for a child who isn't even here.
What the
hell You tried to leave a door?
Ungrateful,
Yeah, now
selfish
big titties
wretch.
are here.
You come
Oh,
into
hey,
my
sorry,
house.
my bad.
You lay your filthy
Make another
man
child after her.
on my
Because apparently she's not
daughters.
worth it.
And now you even try to steal my property. How dare you?
Oh god, she just pushed me to the floor. Yeah, just
Yeah.
wanna make a
Rest
baby.
while you can, because I will hunt you, and I will break you.
Oh my god. Well, why didn't you just
Go
fight
ahead,
me there?
do your worst.
Why don't you just do it there, Democrats? Now you threw me down here, so now you gotta find me again? Like, come on. Come on, lady. You better than this. Oh, but she's gonna put me to her fucking creatures, isn't she? You're not even gonna get the time to address because you just threw me down in the pit of death. Fucking zombie vamps. I do like they added the thing that tells you if you've looted a whole room or not, because not knowing if you're in a whole room is kind of annoying, because then you're running around looking around like trying to find something stupid, you know?
They were doing that since. Well, they did that in Resident
7,
Evil 4.
And I think they did it in 6 also. Did they do it in 4? Oh yeah, they did do it in 4.
I think they started doing it.
I know
don't
Resident
even know.
Evil 0 eventually did it, but I don't remember if it was in the remake or what.
I don't know.
I don't think 2 did it, the original 2. So the originals, I think it's like Resident Evil 4 and up, and the remakes did it. Or the remasters, I don't think like... Resident Evil 0, did you ever beat Resident Evil 0?
Not to my knowledge.
That was actually really fun. That has Rebecca Chambers, the one that was in the first game. And it's like, and you play Chris, I guess. You see her healing somebody in one of the save rooms, and then she helps you at the end. She's like one of the main characters in Resident Evil 0 you play as. It's like the old style gameplay a little bit. Very cool. It's actually really fun. If you haven't played that, I definitely suggest trying it out. It's really good. Now that you have your new badass computer.
I don't even know how much better it is from my old computer because I'm just playing the games I played before. I mean,
What kind of card did you get?
I don't even remember. They changed it.
The
They
graphics
didn't
card?
have-
Did you at least have the same area of one? Or they upgrade?
Oh, it's better than my old one.
Oh yeah.
They upgraded it because they
2070?
didn't have any of the other ones.
Or a 3070?
I
3060?
really don't know. I'd have to go to the email and check again. I don't even know if I'll be able to find it.
Yeah, I blew out, blew out the dust out of my computer. I put more of the liquid stuff on my CPU, and I moved my graphics card to the other PCI Express slot, and it's working a lot better.
Oh no, I don't think I'm gonna find it because I know I trashed it, and it's been more than 30 days, so it's definitely not gonna be there.
I think you can, on NZXT, I think you can look up your previous builds on there, I believe.
So, hold on. PNY GeForce RTX 3060 Uprising, 12 gig.
3060? Oh yeah, that's great. Oh, what the fuck, dude? Are you shitting me, man?
Blackheart let you get away.
She just chopped his hand
You'll
off
be
like
slashed
7.
to
Oh
ribbons.
yeah, no, I've seen that.
He's probably like, my other hand, why again? Motherfucker. The right hand is unusable,
What it
it
means
says.
to insult.
It says, I go to aim my gun, and it's like, right hand is unusable.
Oh, and I have an AMD, not an Intel. I have the AMD Ryzen 5, 6 core.
Oh, so it's kind of like the i5. How much did you pay? $2,000?
I paid like the computer itself is $1,500. The taxes, it was like $1,700.
That makes sense.
And
An
with taxes,
i5
it's
and a 60 or a 3060. That's not bad. It's
AMD Ryzen 5 is not an i5.
Oh, that's right.
AMD Ryzen in
It's
all
not.
aspects is better than Intel. Like Intel doesn't come close to AMD right now.
I think their graphics cards are pretty high end, big, a little bit bigger than. But I think that was like their 9 or HyperX 10, I forget what it was, whatever the fuck that big
Well,
is.
Intel doesn't make graphics cards. Nvidia has
Nvidia,
different companies that make it.
But yeah,
But yeah, no.
like for processors and shit. Yeah, I don't remember. They've been going back and forth forever though. Alright.
Well, no, Intel's been better for quite a few years. The Ryzen just demolished Intel over the past like 2 years.
Left, right.
But there's a difference between them. Like Intel, all of their cores work.
Whoa!
Like all of their cores do the one
I don't know
job.
where I think I'm going, lady. Apparently it's not this way. Severed hand, it says.
With your life.
Alright. There's one left. She's gonna kill me, I'm guaranteed gonna die. I can't heal myself, she already chopped me. I pulled my hand off, pushed up the gate thing, but it didn't seem to let me out. I don't know. 180, go right, left, left. Oh no, dude! She walked right through shit.
Running will get you nowhere!
He's like my other hand now for some me. He's pouring his ointment on, dude. Are you shitting me? This is great, dude. He pours the ointment on and then just sews his hand back on. It's working? Oh
Good.
my.
Man, screw this castle.
It even sewed his fucking jacket back together.
Yeah. That was the first thing I noticed. Was like, how the fuck did this motherfucker get that? He just like bust out a sewing kit.
Yeah, right. So, killing the monsters gives you money also, which I noticed Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, let me know if you want to try at least a little bit of Resident Evil 5. Play like a mission or so or whatever. Try fun.
I prefer to do it on a long weekend so we have time to actually put into it.
Aww.
At this point, I'm fucking exhausted. Probably gonna go to bed soon because I have to pay my internet bill, get my tires changed, do laundry.
Yeah, I gotta get my tires swatched too.
There's something else I need to do. Oh, I have to put in this fucking renter's rebate that I've been sitting on for a couple days now. The fuck that disappeared too. I got so much to do, and I keep forgetting to do shit.
You know, especially at work, it's like by the time you get to calm down from work, you gotta do a bunch of other shit.
That's primarily the reason why I'm thinking of moving to the Runamuck place. It's 7 to 5:30. You have plenty of time after work to like tool down. I get 3 hours when I get home from fucking Global to get home, eat, and start to tool down, or I'm not going to get enough sleep for the next shift, and I'm going to be exhausted. I get home at 5:30 if I work at Runamuck, which gives me plenty of time to make some food and tool down to the end of the night.
I just like my 3 to 4 days off, so I can go to like New Hampshire or something.
I mean, that's great, but I mean, the job definitely has a psychological impact simply because of the mismanagement throughout the company. I got a trainee today.
Yeah.
He lasted 20 minutes. 20 minutes, and he's like, yeah, this isn't for me, and he left.
Are you shitting me? It happened again, huh?
We can't seem to hold on to literally anyone. And
Was he younger or is he older?
he's an older guy, but regardless of what it was,
Right.
he shouldn't have been put on my tool set in the first place. He should have been put on an easier tool set to start. And they're not giving us a full-time person. The problem we're running into is that we have no manager for our area. We have a manager that manages one area and then soft manages our area. So he never prioritizes our area for any.
Fucking place is insane. Weird shit all over the place.
So we'll never get a full-time hire because he doesn't want me to move to nights. Because if I move to nights, that means he has to find someone to do STIAG. Katie's already thinking of leaving. Candace already left because of sexual harassment shit that they just ignored. And the dude that perpetrated that sexual harassment, literally today in the break room, was just making jokes about it with a bunch of other guys.
Oh my god.
Like, no one at this company gives a shit. So they won't let me move to N1 because they have no one to take my place. They won't get a full-time employee because they know if they give me a full-time employee to train in my tool set, I'm gonna say get me to N1 right now. I'm moving to N1. You got your person to replace me. I'm out.
Right.
So they're pushing and pushing and pushing to the 90-day mark, and at this point they've got about 30 more days. Because on June 20th, I'm out. So maybe like 40 more days. The 11th now, so we have 20 more days. So yeah, it's like 40 more days. And then I'm gone. If they try to loophole me to keep me on D2, I'll leave. I'll quit. Right there on the spot. I will leave.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt them actually trying to do that too.
Oh, they can all they want, but all they'll get is me leaving. And then they're going to be down a person for Stiag. Katie's going to get overburdened with having to do all the work there, and she's going to leave. Because she's been teetering on the... Like, these people don't understand that if they push people too far, they will just leave. They're not offering anything abundantly over what anyone else is offering. If I really wanted to make good money, I'd just go to St. Albans Railway and apply for a dispatcher job. I'll get no home life, but I'll get paid $33 an hour.
Right.
Like, there are other options. And they don't understand that people are willing to give up that shit job, like literally anything else. Even if it's less. Like the dude who came in and lasted for 20 minutes, he's like, yeah, I'm just going to go work at Walmart. I get $2 less and I don't have to wear this suit all day. This isn't for me. And he left.
He just left,
I'm like, yeah.
ungowned and left. Wow.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I completely understand. Like, good luck. Like, I absolutely understand. There's no reason to continue working at that place. Like, if you come in and you start working on a tool set, because, like, I talked to the trainer guy, and he's like, well, we do a whole tour and they wear the suits. I'm like, it's not the fucking suit. Like, the suit doesn't help. But he had no time working on tools. And for 20 minutes, I gave him a basic rundown of how the tool works, and he was done. And I could already see it. Like, people just...
Yeah, I've got a trainee right now, too, and so does, Leclerc has a brand new one too. Yeah. The
problem with that job is that there's no incentive. Like, the pay is not an incentive for that job. We're breathing in dangerous chemicals day to day. Like, what they won't tell you is that the younger people who work there and have worked there for a while, they have severe health issues. Higher chance of cancer, higher chance of sterility. Yeah. Because you're exposed to those chemicals every day. It doesn't matter where you work, you're being exposed to those chemicals. And every time you open a product box, you're getting a waft of chemical.
Yeah, you're right.
And I know this because I work in Stiag, where the box is basically at chest level, and when you open it, you just get I can smell the chemicals when I open the box. I smell them.
Yeah, I forget what tool set, but I've been getting that lately a lot too in my tools. Like, when I open the box, I can fucking smell them.
And our last long weekend, when I got off that Sunday night, I came home. I passed out at 10 o'clock, which is way early for me to, like, go to bed. I went to bed at 10 o'clock. I woke up noon the next day. My sinuses had evacuated across my face and my arm. My face was was stuck to my arm, and my mouth was sealed shut from my sinuses just evacuating everything.
Yeah, that's
Because it was just nothing but nasty chemical shit in my mucus. And I've told them repeatedly, like, I can't keep working on days. I'm dozing off driving to work every morning. This is dangerous for me. They ignore me when I say this to them. I've been telling them I can't work STIAG day in and day out every shift. I need a break. I need to work another tool. I need to be off this tool.
Right.
I've been working that tool for 6 months straight, going on 7 months straight without a break. So it's going to get to the point where I'm just going to say, either put me on a new tool or I'm walking out today. Because I'm not going to continue to go in every day, have my sinuses assaulted by chemicals, have my back kill, have my knees kill, have my feet, hips, everything kill, just because they refuse to listen to me.
Oh, yeah.
And it's this fucking jackass, Jason Rich, because he doesn't give a shit about anybody.
Oh, is he?
As long as productivity is up.
Yep, I know exactly who you're talking about. He's a fucking moron. He's a tall guy, right?
Yeah. He's our soft manager. He doesn't come to our area. He doesn't talk to us. He will tell someone else about my area and rely on basically the telephone game to get me that info. He won't come